Hey guys, welcome to this week's video. So for today's video, I want to do Get Ready With Me. These are like one of my favorite videos to film clearly because I have a lot of them on my channel. Today's going to be really summer themed. So I'm going to show you guys my go-to look that I've been doing lately. It's just a really nice bronzed glowy makeup look. I really like to be super bronzed in the summer. Perfect for beach or pool parties. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So I'm going to start off by taking my favorite go-to primer. Oh my goodness, if I had to pick one brand that I really love, I think this would probably be it. Becca is just a beautiful brand. They have beautiful face products. Backlight priming filter. Any glowy base is perfect. You just don't want to be scared about using glow in this look. So I'm just going to rub that between my fingers and just pat that all over my face. I'm doing my forehead too because I really want that glow everywhere. I'm going to go ahead and take the Reversa Tinted Moisturizer. This look is gorgeous with a tan or without a tan. You're kind of creating a tan, but you can totally do self-tan. That's what I usually do when I have like a pool party or something. I do a little bit of a gradual tanner, but you can do this with any skin tone. This tinted moisturizer doesn't have a lot of coverage. It just kind of blurs my face. I've used it quite a bit here on my channel. But I love that effect, and it also just gives a beautiful moisturized glow and SPF, which is so important. I burned a candle in the back because I want it to be nice and cozy, and it doesn't even show, so we appreciate the candle burning in the back. Thank you. We're going with concealer next. I mean, I feel like this is a very normal trend on my channel, but we're just gonna go ahead and put my favorite concealer on. The last few weeks I've been having lots of sugar, so got a few acne friends to cover. If you haven't seen last week's video, be sure to check it out. My cousins did my makeup. They did a crazy job. But they got me back on using sponges on my face, so check out that video, just a little side note. Next up, I'm gonna take a powder and just go ahead and set all that makeup in place. This is where I'm gonna get a little bit more of my coverage as well. Just set all that concealer in place. Using quite a wide brush so I can really set my entire face properly. And I'm using a powder that I know that's not going to really mattify on me. It'll set my makeup, give a little bit of coverage, but my oils definitely come through, which I really like because I don't want to look super cakey or matte. So some natural like powder, like the Bare Minerals powder, I think is great, or like the Glossier powder, that's another fave. I've been kind of switching back and forth between those for the summer. I've used this trick a couple times on my channel, but I want to show you guys it again with a few different products that I've been loving to get a really intense bronze. You can really take this to different levels just depending on how much you put on, but I'm going to do it quite bronzed because that's what I'm going for. Every time I do this, my sister's like, wow, you look really bronzed. Because usually when I do bronzing and contour, I usually like to make it not noticeable to the eye and just kind of shape the face. But for a summer glow, I really like to bring out that bronzer. So I'm going to share with you guys all my tips and kind of explain it more. So I like to do the cream and powder duo. It's kind of personally my favorite because I just love the way it sits on my skin. But this is so mandatory because it really will lock it in place. Because when you're taking a cream and then setting it with powder, it really locks the product and the pigment in place. And it just kind of gets that extra intensity than using one or the other. So I've been switching between bronzers. I'm going to show you a nice and affordable one today instead of the Chanel one. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Contour Stick. I'm going to take a brush directly on it and just warm the product up a lot so it blends better. I find this bronzer really needs to be set though because it's like a definite cream. It doesn't go to powder. So I'm just going to stipple that on my face, following the hollows of my face, and I like to kind of bring it up on my cheeks. This is kind of a normal technique I like to do. As you can see, when I go forward, it's very bronzed on the cheek as well, almost kind of turning into a blush. Get off of my hands so it's not so intense. I like to slowly build my color so I don't get any patchiness and I just get my desired amount. Then I always go ahead and smile, just pop it on my cheek. There you go. So I'm gonna put a little bit more. Now this is on my forehead. I have a pretty small forehead, so I just take it on the side of my forehead and not the top. Now you can see the difference. I don't know if it's showing in camera, but in person it's quite drastic. Okay, and then I'm just gonna quickly go and bring that over my nose because your nose naturally always gets more sun. Because it's in the center of your face and also it's just sticking out there. Kind of bringing that along the side so it still gives shape to me, but you can see I'm kind of going on my cheeks there. I'm kind of going towards my brows now, just because my brows again are protruding outside of my face and they're gonna get more sun. All right, and we don't stop just on the face. We're gonna go on the chin. Just kind of contouring now because the sun doesn't really get here. If you're wearing a tank top or a sleeveless top or a strapless top, I would definitely bronze the collarbones. That's what I've been doing when I've been going to the pool or beach or whatever. But today I'm wearing a shirt, so I'm just gonna leave it. I mean, I could just go into frame. I could just go here a little bit. Just gonna bronze that up. Just make everything unison. And don't be scared to really take the bronzer down the neck. Not just on the jawline, but really nicely blend it down so it's like an ombre. I'm gonna take a little bit over the eye as well. I've been addicted to the Hoola bronzer this summer. It's quite intense and pigmented, but it just looks beautiful on the skin. So I've been using this to get that beautiful bronze look with a large stippling brush. So now we're setting that bronzer and also just adding some more depth into the look. So the last step for bronzer, I'm taking my e.l.f. Golden Bronzer. It's a 4-pan, very glowy bronzer. I'm just gonna dust through that lightly and then just add it on my cheek portion. I've been kind of switching my blush for this look, but today I'm going to take Wet n Wild Mellow Wine. It's a beautiful kind of terracotta bronzed blush. And just lightly put that on. I don't want to have too much blush in this look because I'm kind of almost overlaying this on top of my bronzer. That's why I wanted to get more of a bronzy blush. And that's going to give more sun because I put some on top of my nose. I don't normally do this, but again, I want to look super sun-kissed, but this is just whatever's left on my brush now. The concentrated pigment was on my cheeks. I've been using this in a lot of my videos, but I'm addicted to this highlight. This is the Laura Geller highlight in Gilded Honey. It's very intense, but it's that perfect shade for my skin tone. I'm just wrapping that around my eye as I normally do, but I'm going to bring my highlight quite forward to the front of my face, down the bridge of my nose, on my nose, Cupid's bow. Chin, oh yeah. Whatever is left, I like to just brush on my forehead. And just to make sure that highlight really melts into my skin, I'm taking my wet sponge and just pressing the highlight in. Even though it's a very intense highlight, we want it to look somewhat natural. Then a tip that I learned from Katie Jane's Hughes, you just take your product when it's out of the tube. Sometimes there's too much product and all of a sudden you ruin your brows because you have so much. Wipe all the product just off on your hand and then do your brows and then just collect it and put it back in. You're not wasting anything like wiping it off or anything. And sometimes I'll just dip back into it for the second brow. I'm gonna go ahead with the Anastasia Brow Wiz. Just fill in any like areas that really need some help. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the Laura Geller highlighter again. And I'm just gonna go ahead with my finger and pat that on the lid. Just, there's something about having the same product on your face as your eyes. It just brings everything together and it makes the look even more bronzed and glowy. Okay, and the same product, I'm just gonna go ahead in my inner corner like usual and just continue that glow. Back into the Hoola bronzer, taking a really large fluffy brush, and I just want to create a shape with my eye, so I'm just gonna go like this on an outer V and kind of pull it upwards just to give more definition to my eye. Smaller brush on the bottom. Today I'm going to take the NYX Jumo Eye Pencil, which is a beautiful kind of like burgundy shade, metallic burgundy shade. So I'm just going to take that and bring that along my upper lash line. And then just blend it with my finger so it's really soft. And then with the side of my nail, I'm just going to lift up and just pull the product up just to give a slight wing to the eye. Just gonna add some more product to the outer corners of the look. Not blending that part out because I want it to kind of show an ombre look, so it's blended and then I got the pigment. It's not a real noticeable wing because you're kind of just pulling it a little bit to shape it, but it's just gonna lift your eye, give a little bit of a shadow of a wing, and I think it's really pretty. So I'm gonna curl my lashes. I like to spend a lot of time curling them. Slowly rotate my lash curler up to get that beautiful curl. And then taking the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara and just popping that on. And then I like to take the longer bristled side. Go ahead and comb that through for length. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do my bottom lashes very lightly. And then now that my lashes sat a little bit, I'm gonna go back in again. Just on the outer portions, just to blacken it, thicken it up. So now we're like almost on the look. It's such a natural look, but it's so noticeably bronzy and glowy, and I just love it. So now I'm gonna go ahead and finish off with my favorite lipstick. This is Velvet Teddy. I haven't used this one in a while, so thought I would throw it back to a nice warm nude. Honestly, there's nothing better than a MAC lipstick. And don't forget to add some highlight to your shoulders, to your collarbones. Okay, so that is the finished look. It's so gorgeous. I'm obsessed with the way it looks. My eyes just pop with this look. Super flattering, natural, even though you have so much bronze and glow going on. I'm obsessed with this look, so I can't stop looking at myself in the mirror. If you guys enjoyed this look and learned something new, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe if you want to stay tuned for all my videos every week. And I'll see you guys in next week's video.